Hello students, in this video we will see the solution of the specimen question paper which has been released by the council for semester 1 examination of standard 10. Now the maximum marks is 50 and the time is 1 hour. And here you can see section A is of 30 marks and section B will be of 20 marks and all will be MCQ question. Let us solve the question. Question number 1 is choose the correct answer which is the valid comment. Now you can see the first one is a multi-line comment and the third one is a single line comment. So these two are only valid. So I choose the first option, that is bit 1 and bit 3 are valid comment. We go for the next question. Operators with higher precedence are evaluated before operators with relatively lower precedence. Arrange the operators given below in order of higher precedence to lower precedence. In the right hand side, we can see the order of all the operators, and out of which we see first comes a unary operator, that is the postfix increment operator. So bit 4 comes first, then will come bit number 2, that is your modulus operator, then comes your relational operator greater than equals to, and the last comes the logical operator, that is AND. So I choose my third option, which is bit number 4, 2, 3 and 1 is the order. We go for the next question. Which of the following keyword is used to create an instance of a class? Now using the new keyword, we create an instance of a class. Here you can see an example. Student is the class name, S1 is the object name, and new is the keyword used to create an instance of the class student. Let's go for the next question. What is the final value stored in variable x, where double a equals to minus 8.35, double x will be mat.absolute, mat.floor a. Now as you know, mat.floor function returns down to the nearest integer. It always returns double data type. So when we have floor minus 8.35, we see the lowest integer, nearest integer is minus 9.0. Then we have the absolute function, which will only remove the sign and it will return the value in the form it was there. Here is a double value, so the value returned, it removes the negative sign, answer will be 9.0. So the correct answer is the first option. Then we go for the next question. Name the type of error in the statement given below. Now int r equals to 100 by 0. Now divide by 0 is a runtime error. It is not a syntax error. It is mostly operation that a system is not capable to do. So it throws a runtime error. So carefully you can see you have to choose the correct option from the given options. We go for the second question. Fill in the blanks. In fill in the blanks, the first bit is the dash allows a class to use the properties and method of another class. It's very simple. The feature of Java is inheritance, which allows a class to use the properties and methods of another class. Then we have the number of bytes occupied by character data type. That is 2 bytes. You can see in the right hand side, I've pasted all the size of the data type. Carefully go through it. Question, anything can come, any data type size can be asked in the exam. We go for the third question. The dash is called an instance of a class. Object is called the instance of a class. The dash are the words which have special meaning. Keywords are the words which have special meaning. Then our last fill in the blanks. Method that accepts a string without any space is next function. Now next can read the input only till the space. So only in method, in next we have it takes a string without any space. Whereas in next line we can take a space. We go for our next category of question, that is name the following. So name the following. The wrapper class to which the method parseInt belongs to is integer. Now you can see in the right hand side, for all the primitive data type, the wrapper class mostly it is in the capital letter. The wrapper class primitive starts with small letters. So you can see the different categories of wrapper class along with the primitive data type. Intermediate code obtained after compilation is my bytecode. The definition of bytecode is the bytecode is the intermediate representation of a Java program, allowing a JVM to translate a program into machine level assembly instruction. You can see basically it comes from the theory, so be very correct with your theory. Practice theory questions very well. We go for the next question. The method with the same name as of the class and which does not have a return data type is constructor. Constructor, as we know, is the only method which has the same name as that of the class name and does not have any return data type. We go for the next category. Next question. The statement to stop the execution of a construct is system.exit within bracket 0. During the course of running the program, as soon as system.exit 0 function is invoked, it will terminate the execution at that moment. Thus, the execution of remaining statement of the program will be ignored. Break is a jump statement. So over here, the statement to stop the execution of a construct is system.exit. The last bit question, invoking a function by passing the objects of a class is termed as call by reference. In call by reference, you pass the object. We go for a next category of question, that is true and false. So you can see in each category it comes 5 questions of each category. So in true and false we have again 5 questions. First question, byte is a non-primitive data type. Yes, byte is a non-primitive data type. Then we come to next question. Here you need to carefully read the question. Here it starts with a not and then the condition is there. 2 greater than 0. No, it's false. And 4 greater than 6. No, again it is false. So false and false will give you the result to be false. But because of the presence of not operator, you get the answer to be true. We go for the next question. Scope of local variable is within a class? No, the scope of local variable is within the method. So the answer will be false. The default statement is optional in switch case. Yes, default is optional in switch case. If we leave out default, then no action will take place if the matching is failing. Then we have the assignment operator is left associative. False. It is right associative. You can see a fragment of a program I have taken. Int a equals to 3, int b equals to 4. If you have a equals to b equals to 5, both the value in a and b will be 5 because it is right to left. So we go for the next category of question, that is choose the odd one. So you will have 3 similar category and then you will have 1 odd one. So here we have encapsulation, data abstraction, portable and polymorphism. The encapsulation, data abstraction and polymorphism are the features of Java. Portable is the odd one out. So I choose my third option. Then we go for the next question. We have greater than, double equals to, and less than. Now you can see greater than, less than and double equals to belong to the category of relational operator and is a logical operator, so it's the odd one out. Then we come to our next question, break, continue and return. These are called as jump statement, whereas jump statement will only transfer the control to the other part of the program, but system.exit, it will terminate the execution at that moment. So system.exit is the odd one out. Then we have int, double, character and string. Now you can see int, double and character belong to the primitive type. String is the non-primitive type. So it's the odd one out in this question. Then we go for the last category, last question in this category, plus, modulus, by and double equals, double or sign. Now you can see double or is logical or it's the odd one out, and plus, modulus and division are belonging to the arithmetic operator. So you have to be very clear bit by bit, because over here if you give the correct answer you get full marks. If you miss out or give incorrect answer, then you will be losing out your marks. We go for the next question. Give the output of the following. Now here it's a case of unary operators. You can see the solution. X plus is a shortened operator. So in shortened operator what happens? X plus, the entire variable will be shifted towards the right hand side, and the right hand side expression I've put in the bracket. So x plus entire expression of x post increment plus pre-increment x plus pre-decrement x plus x. So we have x original value I have taken, that is 5 plus 5. Post increment first value is used, later it changes to 6 plus pre-increment, it increases from 6 to 7, then the value comes down. So 5 plus 7 plus decrement operator from 7 it will reduce to 6 plus 6. So inside the bracket I get 24, outside it's 5. So 5 plus 24, the correct answer is 29. We go for the next question, that is if A is greater than B. Now over here two statements are there. System.out.println A plus B, system.out.println A into B. Now remember, if there is more than one statement in if, then the first statement will be associated with the if condition. So here you can see system.out.println is associated with A plus B. But my condition, A is not greater than B because 5 is not greater than 7. So system.out.println A into B will be only executed because it is not part of my condition if. So here I'll get the correct answer, that is the product of A into B, 35. We go for the next question. String x equals to A greater than or equal to 90. Now this is the use of a ternary operator. In ternary operator, the first argument is a comparison argument, the second is a result upon a true comparison, and the third is the result upon a false comparison. Here our A's value is 90. So the expression is true because A equals to 90. So we go for the second argument, which is the true part. So excellent will be stored in the variable string x. We go for the next question. Switch x, and we have different cases: k small a, k small b, k small c, default. Here the option is x equals to capital A. Now capital A will not match with small a, b or c. So the default part will be executed and the result I'll get is success. We go for the next question. Because in default statement gets executed when no match is found. Capital A doesn't have a match. That is why the default part was executed and success was printed. Now we go for the next question. It's while loop, using while loop. So in while loop, it's an entry control loop. So n equals to 1000 initially, it enters the loop. The loop will iterate for 2 times because for 2 times n will be greater than 10 and n's value will reduce to 10. So I go for my third option, that is loop is executed 2 times and the output is 10. Now we come to section B, that is a programming part. Here you can see a program has been defined. Now this program is in parts. You can see given below is a class with the following specification. Class name is overload. Member method is void print. Then we have got boolean print, and we have to fill in the blanks with the appropriate Java statement. So first, like the question says, that the class name is overload. For that reason, the first bit A will be overload. So over here we will go to choose overload will be the first A bit. Second bit, it says that I have to print the first n natural numbers. So my initialization of k, that is bit number B, k will be equals to 1 because my initialization will start from 1 because printing a natural number will start from 1 till n. That is why k test expression will be k less than equals to n. So bit C will be k less than equals to n. Then we go for a D bit. In D bit, it's the updation statement which will be k plus plus because it will increase by 1 step value. So D bit is k plus plus. Then we come to the E bit, boolean print. Now the boolean question says to check whether n is a multiple of m or not. Now here to check, I have to take m is already there, so I take int m, the formal parameter. Then to check the condition in if will be n modulus m. Now remember it says multiple, that is why n modulus m will be checking over here. If it's equals to 0, then n is a multiple of m. So this is, you can see, this is a fragment of the program. You can see that in fact the entire program, but lines are missing over here. So you have to choose the correct options and fill in the blanks so that it forms a complete program based on the question given. Next we have question number 8, which says that this is a following program which is based on the specification given below. In the fill in the blanks, we have to write the appropriate Java statement. Class name is telephone. Member variable is int NOC, that's one number of calls. Double bill, that is for telephone bill to be paid. String and name of the customer. Member methods that we have is void input to accept the data using the scanner class. Void print to print the details. Void calculate to calculate the telephone bill as per the following criteria. Criteria is first 100 calls will be free. After that, above 100 calls will be rupees 250. So again the same thing. A program has been written with blanks. I have to fill in the blanks. So You can see in the right hand side I have done the program with the blank. So we'll go to the options. Now it says that class name already mentioned telephone. So carefully choose telephone will be bit number A will be telephone. Then we go for bit number B. Now I have to over here scanner class. Using the new keyword I can create an object of the scanner class. So new will be the keyword used over here. Bit number C is to accept a integer value. So I'll use my statement scanner class object ob dot next int function. So bit number C will be ob dot next int function. Bit number D is to check. It says as per my condition first 100 calls. So n less than equals to 100. So choose the second option n less than equals to 100. Then we come to E number bit, which says that above 100 calls per call will be 250. So I have to exclude my 100 calls because my first 100 call was free. So 0 plus n minus 100 into 250. Now here you can see one area n minus 100 is there, second option, but it says into 3.50. That would be wrong. So I'll go for my first option. This is 0 plus n minus 100 into 250. Then we go for my F option. F option in the main function. After input, calculate function will be called. So T dot calculate is the correct option. Same thing like previously we have done. We have to fill in the blanks with the correct options as per the specification given in the question. We come to our next question. It's again the same thing, a program. It says the following program segment calculates the norm of a number. Norm of a number is square root of sum of the square of all the digits of the number. So we have the specification over here. Void norm is a function defined int d equals to s. S is my variable to store the sum of the square. So I'll initialize it to 0. So I'll write s equals to 0. So bit number A, s will be initialized to 0. Bit number B, what is the testing? So that the loop can continue. N should be greater than 0. That is why I will choose n greater than 0. If n is greater than 0, that means numbers are there. Within the number, the extraction of the digit can go on. So my choice will be n greater than 0. Then I go for my C bit. C bit, I have to find the sum of the square of the digit. So s plus d into d. D into d will give square. S plus sum of the square. So first option I'll choose. And for bit number D, since I have to check for the square root of the sum of the square, so mat.sqrts. For math will be capital M, sqrt will be small case. So I'll go for the first option, which is. Now the last question that you have is a case study. Now in this case study, like you can see, it says that you have to read the entire paragraph given. To check for the condition and execute the statement based on the condition can be done using the decision control statement. The two decision control statement in Java are if and switch. Switch is also called as multiple branching statement. An if statement within another if statement is termed as nested if statement. Repetitive execution of a set of statement is termed as looping. The two types of looping statement are entry control and exit control loop. Both while and for are termed as entry control loop. A for loop is used when the number of iteration is known. A while is used when the set of statement is executed as long as the condition is true. It is executed when the number of iteration are known. So based on this, you can see I have got 4 questions. So first question, what are the two decision control statement in Java? I have highlighted the two decision control statements in Java are if and switch. Then the next one would be an if statement within another if statement is termed as nested if. Again, I've highlighted in the para it's mentioned. Third bit, name given for repetitive execution of the set of statement is looping. Again, it's given in the paragraph. Now you can see my last question, which one of the following does not execute even once? It's the second option. K equals to 10, K less than 1. This is never possible because if K is 10, how can K be less than 1? And then K plus plus. So K will increase from 10 onwards. So it can never be, this test condition will never be satisfied. K can never be less than 1. So here, second option is the for loop which will never be executed, not even once. So children, you can understand, this is the pattern specified by the council, where in section A you have got 30 questions, section B you have got 20 questions. Out of 20 questions, you can see 3 programs are there. where you have to fill in the blanks with the required statements. Last question will be a case study. And in section A, you have got true and false, you have got choose the odd one out, you have got fill in the blanks, and you have got to find the output, and you have got to choose the correct answers also. So hope this will help you. All the best for your preparation.